Thank you for the invitation for the Central and Eastern European Energy Efficiency Forum 2023. Unfortunately, I have a possibility to be in person on this event, but let me send greetings from the Deputy Prime Minister for Restoration, Oleksandr Butenko, and express gratitude for the extremely important support for Ukraine from the European Union in general and the Central European countries in particular in matters of providing urgent assistance to Ukraine in the form of energy equipment for restoring the operations of energy and municipal infrastructure facilities. Your support is clear evidence of the European community's cohesion and solidarity. Conforming the European integration aspirations of Ukraine and moving on a course of the European Green Deal, at the end of 2022, as part of a ministerial meeting on the European energy community, Ukraine, together with other member parties, undertook a new, really ambitious commitment for us to achieve climate neutrality by 2050. In particular, by improving energy efficiency and increasing the share of renewable energy sources. Ukraine government has already adopted the National Energy Efficiency Action Plan, which sets Ukraine national target up to 2030. And now the government should develop and adopt the first National Energy and Climate Plan by 2030, the implementation of which will ensure a 61% reduction in greenhouse gases emissions compared to 1990 levels. In late 2021, Ukrainian Parliament adopted the law of Ukraine of energy efficiency to transpose the provisions of the European Directive 27 into the Ukrainian legal framework and to establish the energy efficiency first principle into the Ukrainian agenda. And the Ministry for Restoration of Ukraine is currently working on the development of secondary legislation to the law. In the near future, we're going to submit the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine draft of long-term buildings modernization strategy till 2050. The strategy aims to launch the large-scale renovations of public and residential buildings, transforming them into nearly zero-energy buildings, reaching by this a high energy-efficient and decarbonized building stock in 2050. In this context, we already have specific undertakings and plan in particular. So we create some architecture, ministry forming policy in energy efficiency sphere, and state energy efficiency agency realize these policies. So we have such instruments like operating energy efficiency fund. It's a state budget enterprises which create and support with European Commission and multi-donor funds. And main aim is support of the renovation and existing multi-apartment buildings and restore the damaged one. The recently launched European Investment Bank Energy Efficiency in Public Buildings program. We are working on launching new decarbonization and energy transformation fund, a special state budget fund, which sourced by CO2 tax and aims to mobilize additional financial resource to realize energy efficiency measures in private buildings, public buildings, multi-apartment buildings, and utilities sphere like district heat and water supply, water sewage and waste management. Implementing this principle, we put regarding the rebuilding Ukraine, we formulate here the main principle of build back better. Implementing this principle, we put in the core achieving decarbonization and climate neutrality, increasing energy efficiency and promotion renewable energy sourcing, enhancing energy security and diversifying energy supply, ensuring sustainable urban development and accessibility. A large-scale restoration challenge doesn't give us any other options to pass the technology evolution as fast as possible. In course, we should implement modern for Ukraine but conventional for developed countries technologies, like high-efficiency cogeneration and efficient district heating system, as well as stick-to-hand approaches like distributed power generation, nearly zero energy, and even zero-emission building as a next step towards a net-zero world. So I would even say that our main principle is transforming into build back greener. Concluding my speech, I would like to thank all our partners for your prompt response to events in Ukraine and support. And to assure you that for us and for me personally, it's extremely important to ensure green restoration itself and to get closer to European values and the national, local levels and the end of every Ukrainian citizens. Thank you. I wish you a good mood and fruitful discussion on this event.